My name is Joe Peroni, and this is the Rise Above Project. Have you ever felt guilty about talking to somebody who supports Donald Trump and thinking, wow, this person is stupid? Like, they're legitimately stupid. And if you're a good person, you probably feel bad about feeling like that. Like, who wants to think that the person right in front of them, and you're not supposed to be a judgmental person, you're supposed to be caring about everybody's feelings and opinions and perceptions. We can be empathetic towards people, we can validate them, but we don't have to agree with them. But at some point, at the end of the day, you feel really guilty for thinking, these people are just crazy. They're stupid. You wonder how they get through the day. You wonder how they can make a living. So you might feel bad about that. Well, I have a bunch of facts today, and I want to do this show because if you're a person who feels like that, I'm going to give you a bunch of reasons why you shouldn't feel guilty at all, because they actually are stupid, and there's ways to prove this. So this comes from a survey from YouGov. 52% of Trump supporters believe that there are illegal Haitian immigrants eating dogs and cats. Okay, if you believe that, you are 52%, by the way. More than half of Trump supporters believe, not that they're supporting Donald Trump because they like him and then they're just going to believe what he says. They literally, in their heart, believe that, and they will not question it, that there are illegal Haitian immigrants eating dogs and cats. Now, where has this gone? Well, these types of people now, they're using bomb threats now to the schools there. And so for part of last week, the kids in Springfield, Ohio, had to do online schooling because of Republican or Trump supporters calling up and having bomb threats against the schools. These are the Trump supporters. Yes, they're stupid. Let's continue. Number 2, 43% of Trump supporters believe that it's legal to kill a baby after it's born. Okay, that is called murder. And nowhere in the United States, nowhere in the world is it legal to kill a baby after it's born. I mean, at what point? You're going to say it's a day old, a week old, a month old? I don't know, 5 years old? Like, when are you allowed to kill somebody's baby? Like, this is ridiculous. Think about that, 43%. That means that there's almost 50% of Trump supporters believing this. So if you ever go to a Trump rally, you're looking at 43% of people that believe that in the United States, murder is legal. All right, cool. So can we have a conversation with these types of people? How? How is this possible? Number 3, 28% of Trump supporters believe that public schools are providing sex change operations for children, without, of course, their parents knowing. Now, how is this happening? You know, little Johnny, little Sally, they go to school, you know, as a boy or a girl, and they come back and their sex is changed. Who is doing this? Like, most public schools don't have any money as it is, and teachers have to end up paying for their own, I don't know, like magic markers and pencils and things like this for kids or whatever. And yet the schools have enough money to do operations, and they're going to do the operations during the day. So when they drop a boy off to school, this boy's going to come back a girl. And the schools are providing this with these incredible surgeons. You know, like, there's custodians and there's first grade teachers doubling as surgeons. This is what's happening? Like, as I'm saying this, the craziness comes out. But understand that more than 1 out of every 4 Trump supporters believe in their heart and soul and are voting on this with all of their heart, saying, I cannot vote Democrat because they are doing sex change operations on kids in schools. Wow. Let me tell you this. I'm a marriage and family therapist. I've been to a lot of psych wards. And what I can say is, when you're dealing with people with schizophrenia and these types of issues, I think Trump supporters have a less command of reality than most people that I've had to deal with in psych wards. And that's just a fact from my side, my experience. Continuing, 81% of Trump supporters believe that Venezuela is sending people from mental institutions to the United States. Again, absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, who would believe this? This is why when Trump is doing his speeches and he talks about Hannibal Lecter and these people cheer for him. First of all, Hannibal Lecter, it's fictional character, right? But he's talking about this, and you have to wonder why he is. The reason why he is because in the movie, Hannibal Lecter was in an insane asylum. He doesn't know the difference between an insane asylum and somebody coming to the United States to seek asylum. Now, this is the guy that's being supported and idolized, and all these cult followers are looking up to. This guy barely has 2 brain cells to put together. So again, no, people are not unloading their jails and sending people here. It's like the stupidest thing ever. All right, continuing. 77% of Trump supporters believe that we as the United States are giving more money to the Ukraine than all of European countries combined. Again, absolute stupidity. That's not true. 70% of Trump supporters believe that millions of undocumented immigrants are coming here every single month. That's not true either. Again, I'll do it on another show, but most of what Trump supporters believe about immigration is completely wrong. Let me throw this in real quick. Not all of it, but most of that problem has already been solved. It's already been cut by 40% with a couple of executive orders that Biden has done. All right, and then there's a bipartisan border bill that was supposed to fix most of the problem that was supported by Republicans, written by Republicans, that Trump said, don't sign it because I need to have that problem there. And I don't want to solve that problem until after the election. So that's another thing that Trump supporters don't seem to understand, that he's causing most of that problem. Trump supporters, again, 70% of them believe that inflation is at its highest point ever in United States history. Okay, ultimate stupidity. The inflation right now is at 2.5%, which is very good. It's not the 2% that we would really, really want. That would be the gold standard, but it's at 2.5, meaning that inflation is low. Now, for some of these Republicans out there, they may love their other god was Ronald Reagan. When Ronald Reagan was in office, the lowest that inflation ever was during his 8 years was 4%. For these Trump supporters that are not really sure about reality, 4 is a lot higher than 2.5. So inflation right now is pretty low. Definitely lower than it was under Reagan. So again, 4 is higher, 2.5 lower. Let's continue. A lot of Trump supporters, most, they believe that Trump did not try to overturn the 2020 election. What was January 6th about then? Okay, they don't believe that. They didn't see it. They didn't hear it. They don't know anything. Okay, that's weird. They're not in reality. Most of these Trump supporters believe to be, they need to be in a psych ward, honestly. Again, Trump supporters, they believe that Trump did not have classified documents that were found at Mar-a-Lago. Okay, well, we all know that that's a fact. He did. Okay, you can't just wish it away. 66% of Trump supporters believe that Trump actually won the election. Hold it. You're talking 2/3. 2 out of every 3 Trump supporters believes that he won that election? Crazy, 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 crazy. And let me add another one for you here. Let's get to the dangerous stuff. It's all dangerous. 14% of Trump supporters say that they would take action to overturn the election if Trump loses this time. Think about that. 14%. So more than 1 out of 10 Trump supporters. Now understand a lot of them are old, so maybe they would like to do something, but they can't. So we're talking about people that actually would have the strength and energy to go to Washington to start killing people or overthrowing or destroying our Capitol building and things like this. They are more than willing to take action to overthrow the US government if Trump loses. Are you a patriot? Are you an American when you don't believe in elections? I would say not. So what's the point of doing this whole show? The point is if you want to waste your time talking to a Trump supporter, you can do it. But what I would say is that they're so detached from reality that they have no idea that 2 + 2 = 4. That it doesn't make sense to even bother yourself with a conversation with them. The best thing to do is wait for them all to die off at some point, and then get a hold of some young people that are not so stupid and so angry with the world that they just don't want to believe anything. They don't want to believe in truth anymore. And hopefully that the younger generations as they come up can actually push out all this vile scum that's out there in this world. Again, unbelievable what these people believe. So hopefully this has been entertaining for you in some way or beneficial. Again, don't waste a lot of time talking to these people. They cannot be spoken to. Like I said, I've had better conversations with people that are having difficulty in psych wards than I do with having a conversation with the Trump supporter. They're impossible to speak to. Anyway, my name is Joe Peroni. Please send this out to some friends if you would like. I would like that. Thank you. Bye.